Hi there, and welcome to English 75B Honors. This is a course about American literature from the Civil War all the way up to and through yesterday morning. It's a really exciting period, and it has a broad diversity of voices and styles and genres that we'll be looking at pretty closely. My name is Sean Connelly. I'm an English professor for Chaffey College. Some of you know me already from 75A or from other English classes or, buzz out on the streets. Yes, I do look a little bit different. I got bored over break, so I decided to grow the beard. This is my boredom beard. Fantastic, right? Oh, whatever. I assure you I'm the same person, though. When I do get around to shaving it, in case you don't believe me, I will come back to my normal self, looking just like about this. All right, stay gold, pony boy. Now, you do not have to be an honors student to be in this course. The honors program is a really wonderful program here at Chaffey College, and if you are interested in taking your college work even farther, or if you're looking to transfer to an exclusive school, UCLA, Berkeley, Irvine, some of the more exclusive private schools, the honors program is a really great way to leverage your support there. Now, on this first page, you're going to see contact information from me. I Zoom a lot. Full disclosure, this is not my backyard. This is my in-laws' backyard. I'll be having advice hours, about 5 per week over Zoom. You can also hit me up by appointment for that. I'm going to be changing these hours once I get back results from a survey that I'll be making for you. In other words, I want to know, what are the best times for most people to come to my hours if they need them. Of course, I'm available at those times as well. Canvas Inbox and Remind app are really the best ways of getting in touch with me. There's also, of course, my chaffey.edu address, but it does get full quite quickly with lots of different stuff. So I think one of the things we can do to make this class work the best for all of us is really streamline where we put our information and our communications. I also have the Google Voice phone number. If you want to get in touch with me and just leave a long verbal rant about anything, there's your chance right there. Knock yourself out. I got a little video here on the front too about success centers. Some of you are probably already familiar with them. I will require a success center or other kind of tutor verification for each of the papers that you write for me. Now that's our front page here. Now, if you are still pretty new to Canvas, clicking this button is going to take you to some introductory module material. I'm going to go ahead and put this in student view so you don't see behind the curtains here. Come on, buddy. Waiting for it. All right, there we are. So this is what you're going to see. Now, all of this information right here is something that you can use to really help you get a stronger grounding on how to navigate around Canvas and how it works. Of course, you can always ask me questions as well, but put on a little music, crack open Dr. Pepper or whatever, and have at it if you want to. And looking right here, week 1 looks really tiny at this point. That'll change. Your objectives and overview for the week's activities will be here in the overview. Taking a look at it right now. At the top, it's going to be about what you're going to be able to do once you've completed the work for this particular week. It's a pretty soft opening. We're still getting our sea legs back, so to speak, or lit legs. Yeah, I'll go along with that. We're going to be reading the syllabus, American literature, some cultural and historical background, which is really important. And then we've got some poems by Emily Dickinson. All of this work is going to be out of the Norton Anthology of American Lit. It's available at our bookstore. I'll get to the specifics about that when we take a closer look at the syllabus. And finally, I'm going to post an introduction about yourself on discussion. That way we get to know each other a little bit better. That's going to help us do the work of building and deepening our understanding of literature and our writing and analysis of literature. Coming up Saturday, notice I try to give a little title or blurb about what we'll be doing that day. You're going to be reading Walt Whitman's Song of Myself, and you will be posting 2 replies on 2 different comments, 2 different introductions by Saturday. Now, the intro of myself, that was due Wednesday. I've already had some requests for people to open it up, so I will go ahead and do that once I get done with this. Now, some of you who took 75A with me already are going to be asking, oh, why are we looking at Emily Dickinson and Walt Whitman again? Well, they're such important transitional figures between the 19th century and the 20th century that I think it really serves as an interesting and thoughtful bridge between these 2 centuries. Some people didn't take 75A too, and I can't help throwing these 2 guys in here. Anyway, they're giants. We'll talk a little bit more about them later. That is your weekly schedule. Now, the other thing that you will notice, if you go back to modules, you can hit the back button here. Week 1 discussions. Boom. Up here you will see a very off-putting and arguably creepy graphic of Mr. Rogers. What you will find here is what I'm asking you to write about yourself. Your name, what you prefer to be called, etc. Just some background info. What we know about each other in the classroom setting is a pretty narrow slice of who we are. But I think it's also important for us to talk about, the ways in which other parts of our lives intersect with our educational lives, and our interests, our goals, our investments in other kinds of art, cultural artifacts, also important. So we'll talk about that. Fairly easy submit. What you'll see at the bottom here is a video if you're still feeling a little bit unsure of how that process works. Again, along the way, if you have trouble with anything, or if you're not sure what to do, please feel free to contact me. My goal for this class, as for all my classes, is 100% pass rate. I can't do that without your help, though. You need to go after it with me. Do everything in my power I can to help you be successful. Now, we jump to the syllabus. You're going to see it right here. Canvas has gone through an update now, so you can download it if you want. I suggest you don't. And that's because there will probably be some small changes and refinements as we proceed through the semester. Come on, open up. Can open up? Nope. Let's try it again. There we are. Notice it opens up in a whole new tab. Now, a little kind of organizational advice. I suggest you have a whole window with maybe 4 or 5 tabs devoted just to my class, and that you do that for every class. That way, you know exactly what's going on where. That's what I do for mine. And if you notice, well, you can't see my tab right here, but my tab automatically lets me know what class is going on here. Keep one of those tabs open to this syllabus page, and you can roll up and down it at your leisure. So, please read that academic integrity statement. It's going to be important that we make sure that the work we are submitting is our work and nobody else's. Whether it's work on our essays or even the discussion posts. I expect the writing and reflection that you do to be yours and not somebody else's, and certainly not anything that you found on the internet. There are no right or wrong answers as long as you attempt honestly to address the suggested topic. So it's not worth it. So here's that required text information. It's the Norton Anthology, 9th edition, package 2. Other required book is Octavia Butler's graphic novel adaptation of Kindred. So in the 20th and 21st century, we've seen drastic changes in technology and in literary technologies. And graphic novels are part of those changes. And this is a really fascinating one that I think is going to be a really nice addition to our conversations. Microsoft Office, free. As a student, you will need to have Word because that will be the platform you will be using to write your papers and submit them to me. Read all these other things. The other apps I really want you to have. Remind, number 1. Canvas Student, also important. Get it on your phone. It takes up a little bit of room, these 2 apps, not too much. If your phone is pretty much full, erase some of those food pictures. Make room for this. Oh my gosh, here's another plagiarism policy. I guess I plagiarized myself for that. Now let's look at our assignments and requirements. It's going to be reading, of course. This is all about literary art. So that is going to be the bulk of it. It's not going to be like reading a textbook. You've got discussions. I've already talked about that. 1 essay, and then the honors research essay and presentation. You will see a nice breakdown of this work at the beginning of page 4. It's 1,000 points. So basically about 14% of your work is all about the discussion. It's weekly stuff, keep you up to date, keep you involved and engaged with the class and with your classmates. First essay is worth 150 points, or 15% of your grade. That second one, oops, I should really move those quizzes here. 200 points between the rough draft, the final draft, and a short video presentation on your project. We'll talk a little bit about that recording technology when we get closer. And again, 2 quizzes, 100 points each, or 10% each. Grading standards, pretty standard stuff. A ton of student support information here. Please read through it. Ask me if you have any questions. And rolling right along. Wait for it. Oi, this one messed it up too. Apparently, the formatting doesn't look great, and it's going to sound obsessive, but I don't like the way the page broke, so I will be resubmitting the syllabus. So again, that's why you don't want to download it. Oh man, so okay. Setting off my OCD a little bit. In each week, in each box, you're going to see what is due that day. And our due dates are going to be twice a week, Wednesdays and Saturdays. This information will also be found on each module's weekly overview. So you got 2 places to look at it. You're going to notice that I'm going to put nice little topical titles at the top of each meeting. Quizzes will be on here as well when your rough drafts are due, your thesis statements, etc. Deadlines to drop and some other important college-related information. That's really the syllabus in a nutshell. And again, the one big difference in this class from my other English 75B section is that instead of a 3 to 4 page literary analysis paper, you will be doing a 10-page literary research project. And this is going to be about anything with approval related to 19th, 20th century, 21st century American literature. You do need to approve the topic by me, but I am really, really, really open-ended on that. I've got another video coming up, so stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching.